Hey guys, this is Luke Jano, and today I'm gonna be redoing some of my older tutorials, especially the 3D ones, in a new series called Everything 3D, similar to Everything Cloud. Now, my old tutorial was 40 minutes. I'm gonna try and cut that down to hopefully around 15. If I forget anything, let me know, because I did forget to do something last time. I forgot to remove the fisheye, or, I just didn't know how to. So, let's get started. Not Cloud 3D. Okay, so first off, you're going to want to start by having a sprite that's a map. And I don't really want to do too much with this. Of course, you can do whatever you want. Um, but the basic thing that I want to have is just a quick little... You know what? You should probably do this in vector, not bitmap. Just for reasons. So we've got that. Oh, I need to get rid of that right there. There. So we've got just the basic thing, and I'm also gonna add in a wall right here, and a wall right there, and a wall right here, and a wall right there. There we go. That should be good. Now, actually, there's a wall covering the center right there. I'm not loving that, so I'm gonna smooth that over there because I want the center to be open. Oops, my fault. So let's just keep that as our map number one. And just put that wherever you desire. Next thing that we're going to need is a player. And just make that a little pixel. Doesn't have to be in vector or anything, nothing fancy, just right there. And we're going to start this off by... And what I like to do nowadays is, instead of having a green flag, I have a broadcast that's called start, so that everything starts when that happens. It's just because the this block right here can be a little weird sometimes. So I'm going to have that right here. And I'm going to, now, when you start, it's going to go to, actually, you know what's a better idea? Just get X position of map and Y position of map. Oops. Y position. I don't know what's up with the new editor, or just the updated editor. Whenever I right click, it puts the thing all the way over there, but whenever I shift click, it works fine. So I'm going to be shift clicking, so just bear with me with that. And then you're going to want a plus. And notice one thing that I'm going to be having right here, right off the bat, I'm going to use for this sprite only for most variables, except when I have to. And I don't think I'm ever going to have to do for all sprites. I will have to on the list, I believe. I'm going to have to do for all sprites, but for everything else, I do for this sprite only to avoid confusion. So, X position. Just get those ready right now. We're going to be using them in just a second. And you're going to want to set, you're going to want to set X position and Y position to 0 to begin with. Okay, now that you got that done, you're going to go forever, and then go here. Now, what we're going to want is, we're going to want to find the area around this thing in the direction that it's looking. So, we're going to need a dir variable, so that we know the direction that you're looking in. We're also going to set that to 0. And then let's just set the, whoops, I keep right clicking. It's just it's an instinct for me by now. So I apologize whenever I do that. So when the left arrow is pressed, you're going to want to change dir by 5, -5. Maybe -2. Let's start with -2. I don't know. I haven't done this in a really long time. So again, bear with me with that again. I haven't done this in a very long time. And then, so now that we've got that done, we're going to want to make a new block, and we're going to want to call this find, we're going to, something along the lines of find Raycast, or just Raycast will probably work. Raycast, and then you're going to want to have two numerals, two number inputs, I guess. You're going to want to have direction, and then you're also going to want to have you're going to want to have, I don't know what to call this. Quality works, or not quality. Points works, or n. You can put n, actually. N will work fine because that's the number of points we're going to have. So now that we've got that, you're going to put that in there, and then you're probably going to want to have some sort of quality feature, so we can just add that in right now. You don't have to make it for all sprites, but just because I'm going to have it looking like this, I'm going to have a slider. You're going to want to have it, you might want to have it for all slides, for all sprites. Whoops. And while we're at it, set slider min and max. You're going to want to have one, probably between 1 and 3. But I don't know. So maybe you shouldn't do that. And then dir, right down here. So now that you got that done, we're going to want to go down here, n, and you're going to want to get an arc of where it intersects. So repeat n times, and I'm going to rename this because we need multiple sprites. So I'm going to rename this to render. So you're gonna, just make that just because we're gonna need that later. So when you set the raycast, you want to clear all distances. Repeat n. Now that you get that, so n is gonna be the amount of times that it goes around. So we want, so if n is 1, we're gonna want it to go 240. So 240 divided by n, is that right? Let's do 180 for the minimum quality. That works out better. And then we're just going to need to change this to 1 and 2. And then quality is just going to be n. This is just getting confusing. Okay. So if it's 1, yeah, that should be good. I like the looks of that. So 2 is going to be the lower quality, but we'll fix that in just a second. So you're going to want to turn that much, and then you're going to want to move however many steps. Oh, well, actually, you know what you should do? Point in direction, dir, and then there we go. And then move. You're going to want I, some sort of iterative variable. And just for standard programming, I just call it 0. So repeat 40 times, or I think it's better probably to do this. Repeat until. You're going to want to move 1 step, touching, or And this is just to set in a distance, just in case you go too far. You're gonna wanna. You don't want to go too far above. So once it equals 40, it's just gonna. You don't want the raycast to go too far. So just just trust me on that. That's gonna work out fine. So now that we've got that done, Dura minus 45. Is that what we want? I think it is. I think that'll all work. So now that we got that, you're gonna just want to add I to distances. Oops, I to distances when you're done. So I think that will do it correctly. I'll go ahead and but you're gonna want to move back to that at the end of it. So maybe you put that at the end. Is that right? Oh, maybe put it at the beginning and the end, just in case. And I think you should get correct distances. Maybe not. N2. Oh, that'd be why. You're gonna want to repeat and divide by 2 degrees. There you go. 0, 24, 0, 0. Oh, you're gonna want to move back. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need that here. Here. Good. That's right. And if that all works, let's just try it. Pen down. No, that does not work correctly. Oh, yeah, that'd be why. Turn n degrees. We changed it. There you go. There we go. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we're all good. We all good? Perfect. So, yeah, if you didn't catch that, you need to turn by n degrees because. I'll just leave it at that. And if this all works correctly, yes it does. Now, one thing that you are definitely going to want to do, did I check this? Yeah, okay. You're going to want to check run without screen refresh. And also you're going to want to remove pen down because all this will be hidden in just a second. Okay. So, now that we've got all that done, we're going to want to start on the render. But before we do that, we don't want to see this all the time. So, something I like to do, or something that you should do, I'll rephrase that, is make all these ghost to 100. So just go here, ghost, and then 100. And do that for both of them right over here. And that should prevent them from showing, which is what you want. So events, run when I broadcast start, go. Okay. Perfect. Now pen, clear. Well, is pen still down? Yeah, pen's still down, that'd be why. Pen up. And now we can clear. Perfect. So now that that's all out of the way, we have these values of how far everything is away. Now, what can we do with these, you might ask? Well, these are what we're going to use to display the walls. So we've got 45 values, right? Yeah, and if we minus it out, we've got 90. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. We're going to need to just go across the area. I'll just make a render block because you're going to want to do this very fast. So repeat length of distances. And you're going to need quality. So just to start off, just so that you can see what's happening, we're going to say change length of distances, or change x by item 1. Oh yeah, we're going to need another I variable. Right there. So this is just the iterator. So just every, like that. Oh wait, right. Remember, listen, scratch, start at 1. That it creates a whole bunch of issues that you don't even have to worry about. There we go. And then motion. Change X. No, not change X. Change Y. My mistake. There you go. Pen up. Now change X by 1. There we go. Is this redder? I meant render. Change Y by 1. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. So first of all, yeah, we need an X and a Y. So let's just set all that in render. Render. There. Render. No. Render. So now we're going to want a default X and Y. Like that. And I think that should be good. Set Y to 0. Set X to here. Okay. So let's just try rendering at 0, 0. There you go. Now, you put this inside of a forever loop, we get this. Oh, we need to clear it every time. Perfect, right? Right? That's perfect. Yeah, not quite, but almost. So let's just set this. Let's just set the default X to be negative 240, which we will need to change just for now. And we're going to want the default Y to be, let's just set negative 120. That seems to look good. Now we know that the screen across is 480, so let's see. We want it to get as close across as possible. Quality 2 is lower. Eek, that's going to be an issue. So we're going to want to really quickly do something over here. We're going to want to do quality. Oh. So we want, what we want is quality 1 to be lower than quality 2. What we can do is we can do -2 absolute value, I believe. So quality 1 will be -1 and quality 2 will be 0. No, that's not what we want. Or we can do -2 plus 1. Will that -1? Well, that cannot work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah. So in quality, you know what, let's just leave it like this and let's deal with that when you get to it. Let's just work on this for now. So every time, instead of changing X by 1, let's just set X. Let's just say size. Let's just worry about all that later. Size. Change X by size, and then set the pen size to size. But I know that's not perfect, but it'll work. Size 5 there. So now it's not starting to look more like a traditional thing. I think what you're gonna want to do here, if I'm not mistaken, instead of just adding I to distances, we're gonna want to add I times the cosine of dir minus. direction. And I haven't tested this out, just so you know. So uh, I received this in a comment on my other video, my original video, and it said it'll remove fisheye, and we're gonna test it out. And it's kind of hard to tell. So let's just remove all the status effects on these. So yeah, let's just set a hotkey to remove status effects by when space is pressed, looks, clear graphic effects. And we're gonna put that inside a player as well. Just so we can see what we're looking at. Okay, I see what we're looking at and I see what's happening. You know what my first thought is? I've got no idea what's happening. So, one thing that I forgot to tell you to add, which I guess we can go to now, if sensing up and down arrows so that we can traverse. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, direction is going to become a really big problem here. So, here we go. So up arrow and down arrow. And you're going to want to, yeah, this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do that, and then you're going to want to move 10 steps, and then, or 1 step works, 2 maybe, -2. Okay, and now, you're going to want to change that by 2, and change that by -2, or set direction to dir, I guess works fine. Can you set direction? Yes, you can. Point and direction, dir. There we go. So that's going to change a whole lot. There. Perfect. Do I have to read? Yeah, I do. Oh, isn't it going up and down? Oh, that's why. So at the beginning we're going to want to do that, but then we're going to want to not do that anymore. There. Why? Why do you insist on doing... Oh, you know what it is. It's this now. Oh, okay. So we're going to... Well, I didn't even think about this. I cannot believe I didn't think about this before. So we're going to just want an X and Y. There we go. We're just going to want to go to X and Y. Beginning X, Y. There we go. Perfect. Just smooth. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what that is. Yeah. I know what that is. That's my mistake. I'm very sorry. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. So now a quick thing that we're gonna want to do here. Let me just check what the... Yeah, okay. I think what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna do one of -40. -40? Yeah. Okay. There we go. This looks a lot familiar now, right? Right? Yeah. That looks very familiar. So there's a few things that we're going to want to do. First off, we're going to want to make this across all the way. So, you know what? We're going to worry about that later. First off, we're going to want to do this times, I don't know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. So that just looks a little bit more realistic. Next, set pen shade to, I don't know, distance. Oh! Oh, no! No, not what we wanted. Set pen shade to, I don't know, that. Is that good? Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, that's probably really good. That looks good. So now it's really starting to look like one. What you would think of. Okay. Let's make this stir a little bit faster because I'm not going to lie, this is like slow. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So, get that down. Now we can move through walls. That's not something that we're going to want. So, what you can do, you can just do a simple collision thing. That's probably what I would recommend. Because, yeah, we're outside of the box right now, if you can tell. That's why it looks all, like, weird and bizarre. So there we go. Now we're back in the box. What we're going to want to do is just, like, I don't know. If player's touching map, we're going to want to go backwards. I don't even know. Like if touching map. Negative 2 steps. Then the opposite. Over here. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, that'll do it fine. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Perfect. Okay. Now to finish it up, if you can see how there are these like little teeny little bits where nothing's happening, I'm just going to say that for under 5, it's just not going to show anything, just because that makes it a little bit simpler. So, if, I don't know, distance is less than 5. If distances is greater than 5, should probably work just about the same. Oh, it's still pen down. I should probably put pen down inside here. Yeah. There. 5 might be a little harsh. 3, 2. There. It's pretty much just the distance, viewing distance. 1. The issue is there's this little itty bitty part outside. We can probably fix that really quick. So you see that itty bitty part outside? That's because the cosine thing that I added is a little weird. So I'm just gonna say, I was hoping that this would get rid of it completely, but I guess I won't. If I equals 40. Then we're gonna add 0. And that'll just fix it. Okay. Yep, there you go. Perfect. How about that? So now we can just change this to greater than 1. And you can see it all the way out there. How about that? Isn't that nice? I don't. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder, how does it look without that? Oh, it looks about the same. Zero. Yeah, that should be fine. If we remove that, here's how it'll look if you remove that. So whichever way suits your fancy, go for it. I like that actually. I like that a lot. Yeah, that looks very nice. So now back to the quality, just to finish up. So as we talked about earlier, quality's a little bizarre. When we set it to 2, it's gonna shrink. So how we're gonna fix that is in render, change Y by. We're gonna want to do. Oops. Change X by. Where's change X? There it is. Oh wow, that's not looking so great. Change size times quality. Oh. Yeah, that's not really what I wanted. It's not really what I wanted at all. So, Oh yeah, by the way, in that little corner is what it would look like at a really high quality. But the only issue is, yeah, it's the way that we collect points wouldn't love it if we did that for every single thing. So, oh, you know what we do? This is very simple. Oops. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. Quality times 5. There. Like that? I like that. That looks good. What does 6 look like? Does 6 stretch it out? 6 stretches it out a little bit. 5.5? Can you do that? Oh, you can. And that looks actually like the best. So what do we have this at negative 120? Yeah. So you guys can play around with your settings to get it to look as realistic as possible. I'm just going to leave it at this for now because I'm sure you guys can, heights might be a little bit different. So like if you even out the heights a little bit, so like I've got all the heights starting at the same place. If you put it down a little bit, so like if it starts a little bit lower and then goes up, I don't know, it could look better. It probably will look better. You know what? I'm just going to take the time and do that really quick right now. Just in case you're curious what it's going to look like. It's going to look a little bit better. So we're going to want to change Y by by 3 still, and then negative. So is this going to be a little bit, oh, okay. Yeah, that works. And then set this at like, I don't know, 5. No, negative 100? No, negative 80? That looks good. There you go. And you might want to, 4 maybe. 4, will that look good? Yeah, 4 looks good. So, yeah, that looks more what you're thinking of. So this is this is how you make a 3D kind of thing. And then, yeah, of course, you can change the map and make it look all sorts of different ways. So if I just want to, you can just like make a new map. Just make sure that the center is where you're gonna spawn every time. That's important. But otherwise, you can just go nuts with the maps. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks for watching. If this helps you out at all, consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out. So I'll see you guys all later. Thanks for watching.